Okay, this video is an introduction to the chain rule. How I'm going to know that you pay attention to this video is with two pieces of information. The first thing I'd like you to do on Monday when we come in on the board is to write that information on the board. Then I'll know you've watched the video. So up to this point we've been using the power rule and the rule for sine and cosine, which work as the following. If we have 5x to the sixth, if f of x is 5x to the sixth, then f prime of x is 6 times 5 is 30, x to the fifth. If we have 2 sine of x, the derivative is 2 cosine of x. And if we have 3 cosine of x, the derivative is negative 3 sine of x. That's all the rules we have so far. We're not actually going to add any new techniques in other than to talk about the chain rule, which I'm going to preview here and we'll talk about on Monday. The chain rule is used when we have some function trapped inside some other function. I'll have an inside function, which is this green function here, and I'll have an outside, which is this blue function here. And the way we try to think about it, I'm going to write this notation. If you don't like it, it's fine. I'm going to think about just the outside function first. If I write this as u, that inside function is u to the sixth, what would be the derivative of u to the sixth? It would be 6u to the fifth. Now the key on the chain rule is we also have to include the derivative of the inside function, which would be du. That's how we take the derivative of anything, but we just haven't had that to happen up to this point. I actually don't like these symbols they use. I just like to think of it this way. I'm going to come to the same problem again. And the important thing about the chain rule, which is what this is, we are going to always take the derivative of the outside first, and then the derivative of the inside. So this function I think of as to the sixth. That's how I think of it. So the derivative of the outside is 6 plus 3 to the fifth. I took the derivative of the outside, and then I multiply that by the derivative of the inside, which would be 2x. The formal way of looking at the chain rule is the following. So here's the formal way of looking at it. When you have one function trapped inside of another function, the derivative of it is take the derivative of the outside first, keep the original, and then take the derivative of the inside. So the way I just think about it is outside times inside. So as a quick example, the derivative of the sine of x squared plus 7, let's make it x to the third plus 7, is equal to the derivative of sine of something, which is cosine of something, plus 7 times the derivative of the inside, which is 3x squared. The most common mistake people make is they'll do the following on this. They'll go like this. It's equal to the cosine of 3x squared. And see what they did? They took the derivative here and here. You always take the derivative one part at a time. If there's one function inside of another function, you'll have two parts in the derivative. And the same thing applies whether there's three parts. So if we have the sine of x squared plus 5 to the fifth, I'm going to start on the outside function. The derivative of sine is cosine. So I just do that one first. Times the derivative of something to the fifth is 5 something to the fourth, times the derivative of the inside function, which is 2x. These often don't simplify down. We just leave them the way they are. We're going to work on them and discuss it more in class on Monday. Good luck.